evening, everybody. You're looking at the lovely Twin City of St. Paul, Minnesota, as we get set tonight for the Atlanta Knights and the Minnesota Moose from the St. Paul Civic Center. Welcome to Atlanta Knights hockey. I'm Dan Kamal with Drew Bannister. Drew, both these teams have been defensive-minded so far in the last stretch of games. Do you expect the same tonight?
In our case, with Atlanta, definitely we want to keep a defensive style game because we're on the road, and we definitely need a 2-point. We need the 2 points, and we don't want to open it up at all.
Let's check the Coors Arctic keys of the game for Atlanta. Strong start would seem to be important. They've had a sluggish start the last couple of games.
Definitely, that's what we need. We can't fall down 4 goals and try and come back again.
Maybe regain some of that scoring touch.
Yeah, that's going to be hard. We have our #1 scorer, Stan Drulli, out.
And finish checks. I thought that may have been a little deficient in the Las Vegas series.
Yeah, definitely. We got to come out and play a little bit more physical.
You talked about Stan Drulli being missing from the lineup with the bruised knee. This guy, Brent Gretzky, has come along, hasn't he?
Definitely. The last 5-6 games, he's been one of our top players out on the ice. Offensively and defensively, he's been doing a great job for us.
We'll be back to St. Paul, Minnesota with more after this timeout. You're watching Atlanta Knights hockey. The Atlanta Knights on Sports South is brought to you by AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. By Coors Arctic Ice, nothing's bolder, nothing's colder. By Kroger, for goodness sake. By Oldsmobile, it's your money, demand better. McFrugal, America's discount neighborhood car rental company. Seagram 2-Calorie Quest, America's on a quest for ideal refreshment. By Sherwin-Williams, ask Sherwin-Williams. Heineken, the #1 selling imported beer. Heineken, just being the best is enough. By Sportstown, we got the goods. And by Satellite Warehouse, the official satellite dealer of the Atlanta Knights.
Damage.
This guy makes them go. 27 points, Stefan Morin. He's tough in front, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. He's got a good shot, and he's quick.
The other big note for Minnesota, Dan Shank has been released by this team. He was a Knights nemesis. So that should be good news for the Knights as well. We'll be back right after this timeout. You're watching Atlanta Knights hockey. Tonight in goal for the Knights, Derek Wilkinson with a 9-5-1 mark and a 2.93 goals against. And for the Moose, it is Tom Draper, 1-4-1 with a 3.7 goals against. Goalie versus goalie matchup brought to you by AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. And we are ready to get it started here as we go downstairs to the ice surface. St. Paul Civic Center, that's the Atlanta Knights bench. Right through that guy's head there. Yeah, okay, there you can see it. And we're way up top here in the rafters at the St. Paul Civic Center. Drew, this is a college rink. You've played here earlier in the year. The big surface behind the goal. That makes mobility a key for defensemen, doesn't it?
Definitely, but it is actually for a defensive defenseman or something like that, it is a little bit tougher. But for an offensive defenseman, you have a lot of room behind the nets to wheel, and definitely it's a really wide rink, and it's good for the fast forwards.
John Paris Jr., the coach of the Atlanta Knights. A relative warming trend here in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota today. The high temperature about 23 degrees. And a little bit of a difference from the 70s or so we saw yesterday in Atlanta. It feels like hockey weather, though, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely it does.
Referee is Lyle Seitz. We're about ready to start it here. Moran will take the draw against Gretzky. And we are underway. Dubois for the Knights. Chris Ferraro. Jason Ruff, the other member of that line. Gretzky lost his stick, has to retrieve it. And play is frozen along the neutral zone. Just underway. Glad to have you along. Dan Kamal with defenseman Drew Bannister of the Atlanta Knights. Stan Drulli is still out of the lineup with the bad knee. There are the officials for you. Lyle Seitz, John Campion, and Kyle Bergeron. Brent Myers is out and is serving a suspension for incurring his 3rd game misconduct. Other scratches include Jeff Toms, Aaron Gavey. Of course, Drew Bannister is with us here in the booth.
Quick jump to the game, a couple of bodies being rubbed out right away, and quick whistle. Looks like they're going to get a line change out there and get some fresh legs and see if they can get the puck dumped in quick and get something going.
They've got to be so hungry for a win here at home. Minnesota winless in his last 6 games, included in that streak 3 straight shootout losses. Back to get it is Dave Snuggerud. Over 260 NHL games to his credit. Long shot. Walker stopped by Wilkinson. Sissons is battling in the corner. Snuggerud is there as well. Scott Sissons. Now Snuggerud battled by Derek Mayer. Brent Gretzky bangs it back around, and that's Jason Ruff who will pick it up and start it out for Atlanta. Moving it right wing side into the zone. Gretzky. Now Straub. A lot of room to maneuver back there. Straub threw it along the end boards, but it swept right back out by the Moose. And all the way down. This will be an icing as Alan Peterson skates it right into your home and touches up for the icing. Just a minute into the contest. Which one do we want? There, we got him right there. We found him, John Parrish Jr., coach of the Atlanta Knights.
Good battle down the Atlanta zone with Dave Snuggerud and Derek Mayer down in the corner. That's what the game's going to be about. Whoever wins the battles down the corners tonight.
That's such a key, isn't it? I mean, this game can change in so many ways, but if you don't win the battles along the boards in the corners, you don't win.
Exactly. It's a game of 2-on-1s. Whoever can outnumber the other team.
Play is on, and that's Larry Olam sliding it ahead. John Young dropped it off into the Atlanta zone. LaPuma around for Trevor Jobe. And we had the icing called against Minnesota. So a slow start to this one, Drew. I think, you know, again, these teams have had trouble getting out of the gate. They may be a little tentative right now.
Definitely, they are kind of laying back a bit. A couple of icings has slowed the game down. I'm sure it'll pick up sooner or later. The icings do slow the game down quite a bit for the players. They don't get their legs in it quite. So they're just trying to get their legs in it right away.
Trevor Jobe, in his 8th game as an Atlanta Knight, has 6 points. He has it off the face-off. He rolls one right in on goal. Draper sweeps it away. And the puck is flipped ahead. And thrown out center of the ice. That's Young. He's in right wing side. Gets it back on the pass on the left wing, but too far. And the Knights regain Peter Ferraro. Slides it ahead. Jobe trying to throw it in. Blocked off. And back comes Young again. John Young, drop pass. Corriveau. Ivan Corriveau takes a big hit from LaPuma. And Trevor Jobe has it around. Kept in right point. Hextall a drive. Around left wing side and kept in. That's Williams. Down low looking for Young. Corriveau chases. Christian Campo is there. Hextall kept it alive. Now Corriveau again. But it's swept ahead by Jobe to Ivaru. And the Knights will be able to carry it out. Ivaru turning in his own zone. 0-0 early for period here. Christian Campo right side of drive. Right pad saved by Draper. Olam. Now it went to Curry left side. Back to Curry. From Stefan Moran. Kept in left point. Shot right on and swept aside. Kolstad with the shot. And Dubois trying to clear it ahead. Dave Christian is there for Minnesota, but it's poked out of the zone by Colin Miller. Bouncing puck neutral zone. Moran was there momentarily, but Dubois shovels it in for the Knights. Scott Humanick, former Hartford Whaler product. Thrown through center. Back is Corey Cross for Atlanta. Trying to swing it for Dubois. He and Curry collide. Colin Miller winds it out to the neutral zone. Dave Christian is there. Ahead it goes. Curry took a hit from Edgerton, but Edgerton went down. Cross has it in his own end for Atlanta. The outlet goes to Chris Ferraro. He and Peter have combined for 9 points against this team. There's an offside, and we'll take a timeout. Scoreless first period, Atlanta Knights hockey.
It's now time for the...
We're scoreless. 16:47 to go here in the first period. Dan Kamal with Drew Bannister, Atlanta Knights defenseman, joining us tonight as color commentator. 4th series meeting between these two clubs. The Knights leading the series 2-1. And Derek Mayer has it for Atlanta. Flipping one in, left wing side. Draper will set it up. And Chris Miller slides it up the slot for Sissons. And he'll dump it in. Knights chase. Centering pass right side, and a shot just missed off the stick of Sissons. Good setup there. Play neutral zone. Gretzky. Now Ferraro turns at the blue line. Drops it in left wing corner. The Knights forecheck. Ruff. Chris Ferraro centers. Alone in front. Gretzky, but a good defensive play there by Brad Miller. Rolls it right wing side. Todd Hawkins is in. He's dumped. And it's cleared out neutral zone. Break for the Knights. It's Gretzky, 4-on-1. Left side Ruff. And thrown in front for Ferraro, but it didn't connect, and all the way down it goes. Boy, a good-looking opportunity there. Never unfolded the way the Knights would have liked. Ruff is in right side. Penalty coming up here on Minnesota. Wow, I don't know if Gretzky knew that the trailer was just about to converge on Jason Ruff, but definitely. That's a lot more should have happened in that rush.
Yeah, a good pace to the last two shifts, though. Some good scoring chances for both teams. 2-on-1 for Minnesota. Derek Wilkinson comes up big for the team, and there again for Atlanta, 4-on-1. Nothing came out of it, but it was still again a good scoring chance for their team.
Todd Hawkins is going to go for the slash for Minnesota. The time of the penalty, 4:13. So this is Atlanta's first power play of the evening. It's the Papa John's Pizza Power Play. Call your Atlanta area Papa John's Pizza store, and you'll receive the incredibly priced one-item large pizza, $4.99. It's the Papa John's Pizza Power Play. Call your Atlanta store. Takeout only for a large pizza, one item for $4.99. Left point, that's Peter Ferraro. Now Chris. Down low, Yves. Back out high. Chris, now Roux in the corner. Chris again. Out high to his brother Peter. Good job to keep it alive to Chris. Down low, Gretzky, out high, Dubois, the drive, blocked. And cleared by Sean Williams. Wilkinson slides it ahead. Ferraro gave it away at center. Chris Miller's in, looking for Christian, but it rolls in on Derek Wilkinson. He holds on for the face-off.
Good movement by the Atlanta power play down there, and Minnesota's end. That's something that we haven't had a lot of in the last past game.
Atlanta on the Papa John's Pizza Power Play with 15-16 left to play here in the first period. No score. John Parrish Jr. surveying the situation. Derek Wilkinson coming off a rare off night against Las Vegas on Friday. Didn't start on Sunday, but right back at it here. Christian off the draw, his shot blocked, and the Knights will break it out. Still a minute 24 to go on the power play. Jason Ruff. Left side, Chris Ferraro. Out high for Peter, that didn't connect. Dangerous pass there. Dubois will wind it back to the offensive line. Brent Gretzky has to wait for everybody to get back on side. Now it goes ahead to Peter. He drives it in. And it's cleared right back out. And converging was Peter to thwart the opportunity by Stefan Morin. On it is Dubois. Winds it around for Peter Ferraro. Knights have just 50 seconds left on the opportunity. Ahead it goes to Ruff. Right wing pass, that's Gretzky. Brent shovels one along, but it's picked off and cleared all the way back through by Dave Hackstall. Not much going here on the power play for the Knights. The Knights have scored a power play goal at least in 12 straight games, 17 for 77 during that stretch. In, Sean Williams with the shorthanded mid, stepped it around, but then lost control. And Ruff has it for Atlanta. Down low, Peter Ferraro. Knights need a rush here to get anything going on the power play. Just 20 seconds to go. Mayer back to Ferraro. This has not been a picture-perfect power play. Edgerton in right wing side. Yanked down, and it's cleared back through, and that'll do it for the power play. Just a couple of seconds left. LaPuma. And out come the Knights again. Mayer, Edgerton, but it's offside, and play whistle down. We'll be back, still scoreless. First period, Atlanta Knights hockey. Neutral zone, Olim for Minnesota. Turning at his own line, Larry Olim. Played at the University of Minnesota. Now penalty coming up here on Atlanta as Corvo was dumped. Interference call coming up.
Devin Edgerton trying to hold his man up, and Corvo trying to fight through, got pulled down, and definitely was a penalty, and something that's a tough call for both the forward, because he wants to hold the other forward up so the defenseman can have some time with the puck. So in some ways it is a good penalty, and in other ways they didn't have a scoring chance. So it's a tough call though.
Minnesota having a tough time on the power play, just a little over 14% effective on the power play this year. So they certainly have had their troubles. Last in the league at 14.4%. And the puck is poke checked out. Atlanta had some trouble, Drew. I thought the power play for Atlanta started off rather positively, but it really never got unfolded.
Yeah, definitely they did. They moved the puck around really well at the beginning with Iseru and Brent Gretzky and Chris Farrell. They moved the puck around really well, and after that one whistle, it seemed that things started to slow down and they couldn't get the puck back in the own zone.
Wrist shot from out high, saved by Wilkinson. That came off the stick of Dave Christian, the top of the slot. And Wilkinson was tough there, made the save and held on for the whistle.
Good movement again by Minnesota, but Atlanta's defense seems to block out their forwards, and the second shot isn't there.
There you see the save, and rebound was there, but a good job by the defense to roll it right back in the crease so it could be tied up by the Atlanta rookie. Dave Christian. 1,009 NHL games to his credit. He wins the draw, but it splits the D all the way back through. No score in the first period from the St. Paul Civic Center. And a steal by Atlanta. Colin Miller has Gretzky in front, and he couldn't get it there. Diving block by Humanick in front. And a save by Draper. Good effort there by both Miller and Gretzky. Back come the Moose. Humanick trying to step in, cleared by Colin Miller. Good shift there by number 8.
Definitely a good shift by number 8 and number 9, Gretzky and Miller. They came out hard, and they got some work done, and they killed them seconds off the clock.
Stefan Moran from the top of the slot now, still on it. Right side, in front, loose. Christian couldn't pull the trigger from the left wing doorstep. Moran is there. A lot of room back there, trying to center, blocked off. Now he centers, blocked by Colin Miller. On it is John Young. Right side, holds, out high. Humanick, shot, save, rebound is there. Dubois swept it away. Jason Ruff is on it for Atlanta.
Again, no second shot for Minnesota, and it's tough to score from the blue line on Derek Wilkinson if you don't get that second shot.
Just 15 seconds left on the Minnesota advantage. And out come the Moose again. Sean Williams, second leading scorer on the team. Former Chicago Blackhawks product. Rolls it right wing. That's Dan Curry, just acquired from Phoenix on loan. Pull a shot through traffic. Blocked off by Alan Peterson. And the power play is over. Puck is jammed back in by Dean Kolstad. Shoveled along by Curry. Big hit by Todd Hawkins, but the Knights. Jason Ruff has it, bounces it out at center.
Penalty coming up to Minnesota here on the hit on Christian Campbell behind the net.
0-0. First period, Atlanta Knights hockey. It's 0-0. 11:06 to go here in the opening period. Dan Kamal with Drew Bannister. We're glad to have you along at the St. Paul Civic Center in beautiful, cold St. Paul, Minnesota. The Knights are back on the power play. Hawkins for the charge at 8:54. That's Eric Dubois along to Jason Ruff. Plays it along, and Hackstall picked it off and cleared all the way through. It bounces. Took a funny hop off the boards, and Wilkinson had to chase it down in front of his own net, but nobody there to create any panic. Eric Dubois, left wing pass, skips by Gretzky. Kept in by Ferraro. Around to Gretzky, right side. Down low, Chris Ferraro kicks it free for Jason Ruff. Nice move in the right wing corner. Along the right boards, Gretzky back to Ruff. Trying to slide it in front, blocked by Hackstall, but kept alive along the right wing boards by Gretzky. Ruff shovels one along, looking for Gretzky, but picked off and cleared by Sean Williams all the way through.
Minnesota applying a little bit more pressure this time than the last penalty, and it seems to be working. Not a lot of shots on net for our team.
Eric Dubois had some trouble handling out of his own zone, but he finds Ferraro, and Peters through the middle. He's into the zone. Hitting the brakes there, trying to drop it off for Job. Stolen away and shoveled out by Brad Miller. Knight sent it back in. Right on it though, Chris Miller. Derek Mayer trying to keep it in right point. He does, good job. Ahead to Job. Job has a man in front, takes the shot. And Draper got a piece of it with the arm. It deflected up, and Job has it again. Now for Edgerton. One-timer by Mayer. That whistled high and wide. Bounces left side, LaPuma. His shot blocked in front. Puck thrown in front again. Aru trying to get the shot away. Instead, left side, LaPuma the drive. Blocked. LaPuma again. Right side, Mayer. Down low. Chasing Edgerton with Job. Edgerton takes a hit, and the power play is over. Moran slides it ahead for Christian. In turn, that's Miller. Chris Miller, long shot saved by Wilkinson. Still no score, 9 minutes to go. We're in the first period. Along it goes, picked off. On it is Snuggerud. He dumps it in. Wilkinson sweeping it away. Snuggerud again. Shot tipped right on. A save by Wilkinson. Out come the Knights. And that looked offside, no call. But thrown in front, and Draper gloves and holds for the whistle. And then shoves Campo out of the way.
Good pressure by Atlanta Knights. Power play there. Some good scoring chances. Trevor Job right in front of the net. Pretty dangerous round. From anywhere inside the crease, he can put the puck in the net.
There's the captain of the team, Dave Hackstall. Originally signed by Chicago in '92, went to North Dakota. Played in Indy for 3 years, Indianapolis. He's been playing very well defensively for the Moose as we look at the Atlanta bench. Face off to the right of Tom Draper. Knights win it. Cross, shot, save Draper. Snuggerud is on it for the Moose. Ahead Olim. Bumped by Cross, Colin Miller for Atlanta. Across to Dubois. In turn looking for Campo. Couldn't collect. Olim again. Turning in his own end. Ahead looking for Sissons. Did not connect either, and Dubois for Atlanta. Campo shoveled one along, but right there, Sissons for the Moose again. Trying to step it through. Lost it to Cross. And the puck is picked up by Todd Hawkins. Sends it deep in the Atlanta zone. That's Dubois. And the Knights again. The outlet to Miller. Campo drops it into the zone. Draper will set it up for Humanick. Humanick will weave his way along and dropped it off for Kolstad. He dumped it in. And a change for Minnesota. LaPuma's on it for Atlanta. Cross for Peterson. He jams it along, and Ferraro slides it ahead. Couldn't find Aru. And the puck dropped back along by Young. Now Williams. Slowed down by LaPuma's check. Trevor Job back checking. Sends it around. Left wing and kept in by Corriveau. Young behind the net trying to center. Young again centering pass. Loose in front. LaPuma slides the backhander ahead, and Aru clears for Atlanta.
Some good physical play in both ends right now, and it seems to start get going. Both teams are playing a really good style of hockey right now.
Give away by LaPuma, but Chris gets it back, plays it along right side. Aru is there. He's in right circle shot, tipped up into the seats, and that'll do it for play. And we'll step out. 0-0. First period. This is Atlanta Knights hockey.
Puck very well and some good physical play, and definitely it's a great first period for both teams, especially Atlanta. A little bit of a confidence booster to get off to a good start.
Gretzky, Chris Ferraro, Jason Ruff, Straub and Mayer out for Atlanta. Moran, Curry, Christian, along with Miller and Hackstall for the Moose. The Moose are in. Moran looking in front. Good block there by Gretzky. Loose again in front. Still loose. And rolled left wing side on it. Chris Ferraro. Trying to move it ahead. Kept in left side. Brad Miller fakes the shot. Still on it. In front. Shot save. Rebound. Swept away by the Knights. Out they come 3-on-1. Mayer's in. Right side. Right circle. Wrist shot. And he missed the net. Mayer's shot may have been tipped by Chris Miller. And the puck out of play. Good chance again. That's a 4-on-1 and a 3-on-1 that Atlanta's had. It really hasn't gotten a good shot away.
Definitely a couple of good chances there. Minnesota goes down and Derek Mayer makes a good play and breaks the play up. And it seems here there's a little turnaround. A good play, a good save by Derek Wilkinson.
Boy, that guy Dan Curry can score.
Definitely a great save by Derek Wilkinson. The puck's turned up. They have one guy caught back, and 3-on-1. Derek Mayer just flips it high.
So it's still scoreless. Olim for Minnesota. Drills it to the right corner. Chasing Hawkins. And a penalty coming up here as Hawkins was held. And the Knights will be down a man at 14:01. Hawkins was held and
it looks like Hawkins might be getting the penalty there. Devin Edgerton tried to get away and play defense, and he had a hold on his stick as he was skating away.
I thought it was the other way. Todd Hawkins probably thinks so too, but he'll go at 14:01. So the Knights again on the power play. There it is, holding the stick there.
Bad penalty to take when you're 200 feet away from your own net holding someone's stick. They're not going to score a goal from there. And if they do, it's your goaltender's fault. So.
14:01, the time of the penalty. Atlanta on the power play. And Dubois. Ahead, Chris Ferraro. Fires it along, and that's whistled down on the offside. Frank Serratori, former coach of the University of Denver, the Minnesota Moose coach, made the decision just a couple of days ago to release Danielle Shank. Such a nemesis for the Knights. I'm told last year some classic battles between him and Chris LaPuma. 0 for 2 so far. Atlanta on the power play. Eric Dubois works it behind his own net and lost it. Sean Williams, right circle, tough angle shot. He hit the post. Rebound. Snuggerud's shot was blocked, and out comes Atlanta. Having just dodged one, Jason Ruff is in. He's horse-collared around the right wing boards. Ferraro hit, but Jason Ruff is on it. Snuggerud goes down. And the puck cleared all the way back through. And a tripping call is coming up on Jason Ruff. So that negates Atlanta's third power play. The Knights are now 0 for 3. Again, a sluggish start offensively, but certainly not a sluggish start overall by the Atlanta Knights.
Good steal here by Sean Williams on Eric Dubois, and a good shot to get it by from that angle, and he hits the post and it seems to come out. Another rebound, but Derek Wilkinson jumps on the rebound and makes a good save.
There's
there
another
again.
angle.
Off the post, it bounced out, and Snuggerud there for the rebound, but Derek Wilkinson gets in front of the puck.
Sean Williams took that shot. Tripping call on Jason Ruff. Both teams are down a man. And Colin Miller's in for Atlanta. Lost it to Chris Miller. A lot of Millers in this game. Right wing side.
Yeah, definitely.
Sisson in. And he's dumped by LaPuma. The penalty coming up here on the Knights defenseman, Chris LaPuma. Play continues. Sissons. Out high looking for Brad Miller. Delayed penalty situation. Along to Sissons. And out right point, Brad Miller again. Still a delayed penalty situation. Left side pass, Moran. Taps it along. Dan Curry. Now to be touched by Peterson, and the whistle blows, so the Knights will be down a man here.
Questionable call against Chris LaPuma. Trying to play the puck, and they both seem to rub together and fall down at the same time, and something like that can really hurt a team if they score. Take a look. Going for the puck, and they rub together, and he trips over his stick. That's a questionable call. Actually, it's a good play by Chris LaPuma because he started to drive to the net, and if he would have beat him, he would have been right on Derek Wilkinson by himself.
So there's LaPuma in the penalty box, and the second opportunity for Minnesota. Holding is the call at 15:36. John Parrish Jr. not enthralled with that call. Derek Wilkinson will watch the faceoff drop right there. Colin Miller will take it for Atlanta, one of the best in the league. Against Stefan Moran, also pretty darn good at it. Moran wins it, but it slides all the way back out neutral zone. It's a 4-on-3 skating situation in favor of Minnesota. Scott Humanek has it for the Moose. His pass too far, and Corey Cross finds an alley and clears it all the way down the ice for Atlanta. No score here from the St. Paul Civic Center. Just 4:04 to go here in the first period. Humanek for the Moose. Now it's a 5-on-3. The Moose for their third opportunity. Humanek. Still on it. John Young back to Humanek. Young again. Two-man advantage. A shot by Humanek. Save. Rebound. Score. Dan Curry. Power play goal. Minnesota 1. Knights nothing.
Pretty tough save for Derek Wilkinson to have somebody in front of the net like that. It's a 5-on-3, a definite disadvantage for Atlanta Knights.
So Dan Curry.
Shot from the point, and the D have to try and clear out, but there's obviously going to be one man extra in there, and Dan Curry's there for the rebound and puts it in.
Curry with his first as a Moose. And his third overall in the year. 16:20 the time. Humanek and Young with the assists. And the Moose have it again, still on the power play. Corey Cross. Back deep for Atlanta. It's a 5-on-4 situation. Chris LaPuma still in the box. Now Young has it in front. Tip, save. Wilkinson. Beauty. And Edgerton able to clear for Atlanta. 3:10 to go in the first period.
Another good save there by Derek Wilkinson. Just keeping the puck out of the net. He's doing his job down there, and he's keeping Atlanta in the game right now.
The Knights have been outshot 8-5 unofficially. Moose started again. Moran ahead to Christian. Scampers into the zone. Lost it to Edgerton. Good check there, and it's cleared all the way through. 20 seconds left on the LaPuma minor. And Humanek again for Minnesota. Kolstad. Right wing, now back left wing, Sisson. He's in. Ahead, Kolstad looking in front, blocked by Peterson. On it is Todd Hawkins. Power play over. Left side, Hawkins a shot. And a save by Wilkinson. That one nearly fooled him.
Yeah, funny shot from the point there. I don't think he was ready. It was a quick shot, and he seemed to see it coming through and get his arm up on time. It's lucky that it didn't trickle through and get down behind him.
Coming up in the first intermission from the St. Paul Civic Center. We'll further analyze this first period and have our Brooks Brothers chat with Christian Campo Plus. The Heineken highlights, all that coming up. I hope you'll stay with us. 1-0 Minnesota leads this one. It's the fourth game in a row in which the opposition has scored first against the Atlanta Knights. Face-off to Derek Mayer. Ahead it goes, and that's Jason Ruff. Bowls it ahead. Too far for Gretzky, and cleared right back through by Kolstad. Derek Mayer for Atlanta. Now Alan Peterson slides it along, too far for Ruff. The outlet pass was knocked down by the linesman, and so Hackstall cruises back deep in his own end. A minute 50 to go here. First period. Moose by 1-0. Sisson in. Left side pass intended for Morissette. He was dumped, and out comes Chris Ferraro on the outlet pass. He's into the zone. Drop pass rough. In turn, looking for Gretzky. That was tipped away. And the Moose are on the attack. Sissons across, looking for maybe Hackstall. Did not connect, and it's out neutral zone. Minute 25 to go in the first period. Puck drilled in by Hackstall. On it, Chris Ferraro for Atlanta. And he'll drop it off for Corey Cross. Cross bangs it ahead, knocked down, and thrown in front by Williams, but again stolen by Cross. Good recovery there by Corey Cross, and the Knights stepped in offside. So play is whistled down with a minute left in the opening period. Devin Edgerton of the Atlanta Knights sat out Sunday's game, right back in there. He's been bothered still a little bit by the bruised knee, but moving well tonight.
Strong game tonight. He looked really good this morning in practice this morning. He seemed to be really ready, and definitely his knee is coming along a lot better now, and he's ready to play.
You know, we talked about veteran production. There's Ivan Korovo. You'd expect a little more from a guy like that. 15 points, just 2 goals, though, in 21 games. And
very dangerous around the net, and if he gets the puck in close, he can score. He's a good player, all-around player, defensively and offensively, and he's one of their top players on Minnesota right now.
Well, I think if this some of the veterans get on track for this Minnesota Moose squad, this team could make some noise in the Central Division.
Yeah, they could have a very dangerous team.
The Moose send it back in. We're down to about half a minute left in the period. On it is Alan Peterson for Atlanta. The Knights trail at 1-0. Peterson bangs it around, kept in by Christian. Peterson again dumped by Moran, but LaPuma's there for Atlanta. Knights trying to move out of their own end. LaPuma carries it out himself, outletting right side Edgerton. Shot blocked by Brad Miller, and that was whistled down, apparently offside.
Minnesota laying back there at the end of the period, trying not to let any soft breaks go by and get a late period goal for Atlanta. They're just trying to lay back and finish off this period strong.
Frank Sartori has to be happy. This team has so little production at home, but a very solid first period.
Definitely solid for Minnesota, and also I think Atlanta's picked it up quite a bit from the last 2 games. They've been solid, and a couple of penalties have hurt them. They've been slowed down a little bit by them.
John Parrish Jr. encouraging his squad. 8 seconds left. Time for a chance here. If the Knights can win the draw, it'll be Young taking it against Gretzky for Atlanta. Rolls in on goal, and Draper steers it for Brad Miller. And that'll do it for the period. We've played one from Minnesota, and the Moose with the lead 1-0 after 1 period. We'll be back to recap right after this break on Atlanta Knights hockey. In Atlanta, 404-522-4141 is the number to call. Here we go, second period from the Civic Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. Knights trailing by a goal. Peterson ahead. And there's Young. Across it goes to Brad Miller. Shovels one along too far for Ivan Korovo, former first pick of the Washington Caps. Peterson swings it around. Both teams are at full strength. Bouncing puck by Chris Miller. Knights on the attack. Colin Miller, now Devin Edgerton. Colin digs it out. Peterson left point. Kept it alive. Down low, Edgerton. Centering one, but right there to swing it out is Brad Miller. Head right wing side, now Williams is in. Sean Young throws it in front and steered just wide by Korovo. Boy, that one rolled just wide off the skate. I'm not sure if it would have counted. Eric Wilkinson's glad he didn't have to find out.
Yeah.
Derek Mayer has it for Atlanta. Ahead, Edgerton sends it into the zone. Draper will set it up for Hackstall, the captain of the Moose, and he'll outlet for Christian. Dangerous move by Christian, but he got away with it. Now Larry Olden in. Top of the slot, Hackstall. Right side looking for Christian or Curry. Christian sends it down low, but Eric Dubois is there for Atlanta. His headman pass too far for Leroux. And swept back into the Atlanta zone by Dan Curry. He has the only goal in this one. Wilkinson wings it around. Penalty coming up here on Minnesota. Knights 0 for 3 in the power play thus far, and Minnesota 1 for 3. A late penalty situation. Peter Ferraro's pass intercepted by Christian. And the Knights will have the power play. A hooking call coming up here.
Penalty coming up to Dan Curry, actually. A little bit extra roughness on Eric Dubois down on the boards there after the play was gone by. Kind of gave him a shove after he was down on the ice.
Frank Serratori not pleased about that one. A little irritated at this point. There's Dan Curry. Big forward, very talented around the net. Slashing at 1:50 of the second period. Knights trying to get back in this. Serratori really angry. Trying to get the attention of the referee. And we're very glad you can't read lips. Lyle Seitz is the referee. Volstad trying to drill it out. Get to right point. Dubois shot saved by Draper. Gretzky camped in front.
Good shot on net there by Eric Dubois. That's one of the keys to a power play is to get that first shot on net and get somebody going to the net for the rebound.
Peter Ferraro slides it ahead. Chris sidesteps a check but lost the puck. And it's shoveled back in by Williams. Again, Dubois on it for the Atlanta Knights. 1:33 left in the power play. Outlet pass. Gretzky left side. He's in. Drops it. Chris in the slot. Left shot blocked. Puck dug out. Left board. On it is Kolstad. Turns and easily clears all the way through. Knights' fourth opportunity. And on it Dubois. That pass too far, and Draper will set it up for Chris Miller. And it's lifted out of play. So halfway through the power play, Atlanta's best chance again came early in the power play. Overall, the Atlanta Knights, fifth in the league at 21.7 on the power play. Chris Miller, Minnesota native, four-year standout at the University of Minnesota Duluth. He was Mr. Hockey as the top prep player in this state in 1987, originally drafted by Montreal. Brad Miller fires it all the way down the ice. LaPuma for the Knights. Still time on the power play, 40 seconds. Edgerton trying to sidestep it around. Miller couldn't do it, and again the puck hops up out of the playing surface. So again a stoppage. The feeling, Banny, if the Knights can pop one in, make it a bunch.
Yeah, definitely right now it's just they seem to be holding back just a little bit and not getting the right bounces, and that's the way it's been the last couple of games. They haven't been getting the bounces, and I think one goal will boost this club, and they're going to start coming sooner or later.
Well, Knights have it. Still over half a minute left in the power play. Derek Mayer. That is Leroux shoveling it in for Atlanta. Back is Chris Miller, and he's able to clear. Minnesota's played extremely well tonight. Eric Wilkinson. He'll shoot it right-handed or left-handed with that big goal stick. That time right-handed. Knights are in. Leroux circles. Still on it. Out high, Mayer. Swings it left side, looking for Edgerton. Edgerton and Chris Miller. Miller pounces on the puck, and the play is stopped again with 3 seconds left on the advantage.
Tough for Atlanta to get into their own zone. They seem to be standing them up at the blue line and then forcing them to dump the puck in, and the Minnesota's defense are going down and just dumping it right back down, and that's killing off a lot of time on the power play.
It's been a frustrating offensive effort for the Knights, but nevertheless a very strong effort both ways so far. 1-0 Moose lead it. Alan Peterson's camped on the left point with 3 seconds left on the power play, hoping for the drawback from Colin Miller. Nice low shot there. Knights win it. Peterson, left point shot. And it skips wide to the net. Hackstall. Ahead it goes Olin. Now Curry out of the box. Turns. Dan Curry in. Drop pass. Olin shot. Save Wilkinson. Curry on the rebound. Plays it along. Alan Peterson is there. And the puck is cleared ahead by Alan Eglin. Eglin again. Swoops it away from Todd Hawkins. Hawkins came over from the Cleveland Lumberjacks. He's still a product of the Pittsburgh Penguins organization. Moose send it in. Wilkinson this time sends it around left-handed. Hawkins is on it again for Minnesota. Tries to center, but Colin Miller. Back for Atlanta. Ahead it goes Eglin. He lifts it in. Should have been an icing. It's not going to be called over. And dumped down heavily. Players pile up along the end boards. Like Christian Campo took a heavy spill there. Out comes Hawkins. He's in. Onside. Rolls it towards the front of the net. Poke checked away. Penalty coming up here on Minnesota again. 15 minutes to go in this second period. Knights are in. Gretzky, right circle shot. Save. Draper. Rebound kept alive, but now touched up by the Moose. And we'll take a timeout. 1-0 Moose. This is Atlanta Knights hockey. Good news is the Knights are on the power play again. They're 0 for 4 though so far. And the bad news is, Drew, that we talked about Christian Campo taking a heavy spill as we look at the slash by Dave Morissette. That's why he went off for 2 minutes. He slashed Eric Dubois. But I guess you saw Christian Campo leaving the ice surface towards the dressing room.
Yeah, it did look like Christian Campo went off with Kurt Harvey, a trainer, and I didn't see what happened or anything. Some good physical play going down around on the ice surface, though, and that could attribute to maybe something with his shoulder or something like that. But right now the bodies are being thrown around, and there was a good scoring chance. Atlanta with another 4-on-2, but Gretzky shot it wide.
So the Knights on their 5th power play. Knights have a 12-game power play scoring streak. Ferraro, left side shot, save, rebound, save, rebound is there. Ruff trying to get the shot away. Battling on the left wing doorstep. And the puck is dug out by Sean Williams, who plays it along. Again, early in the power play, the Knights with a terrific opportunity.
Yeah, it's strong. That's what they have to be, is get the shot again from the point, and Brent Gretzky in there for the rebound and gets that shot again.
Peter Ferraro, left wing side, Gretzky's in. Now on it is Aru. He was checked on the play, and the puck is up over the glass and into the seats.
Good defensive play there by Sean Williams coming back and checking Yves Aru, and that's something that Minnesota's been doing a lot, and that's something that they're gonna, if they want to win this game, they're gonna have to keep on checking in forwards, and they're not seem to be getting that shot. Again here, the shot from the point, Peter Ferraro, Brent Gretzky in there for the rebound. A good save there again by the Minnesota goaltender, and another battle down in the corner.
14-13 left to play in the second period. Minute 27 left on the slashing call on Morissette. And Kolstad outlets and clears all the way through for the Moose. Definite trend here with the Knights with a flurry early in the power play, and then the Moose seem to put the clamps on. Puck is stolen and cleared back through by Minnesota. The only goal in the game thus far was a power play goal, Dan Curry, in the first period. Left wing pass, that's Jason Ruff, chipping it in for Atlanta. Draper will stop it and gave it away to Ruff. It's a dangerous move by Draper. Ruff has it. Now Chris Ferraro rolls it wide of the net. Chasing Derek Mayer. Gretzky, Chris Ferraro. Dubois left point. Shot, looking for a tip from Gretzky. Right side, Mayer, blast. And it's tied up somewhere. Where'd that one end up?
In the goalie's glove.
Saved by Draper.
Good puck movement there again by Atlanta. They seem to be getting more shots on net as it comes. And here we are. Jason Ruff holds his man up. Draper comes out and pokes the puck right to Derek Mayer. He gets a good shot on net. Draper there to make the save.
Okay. Right behind the back of Brent Gretzky. He gloved that one and held on. With 32 seconds left on the power play, the Knights trail 1-0. There have been rumors about this guy being moved out as soon as Frank Pietrangelo is healthy again. But he's played well tonight.
Right now, he's playing a great game, and he's been their #1 goalie since Pietrangelo's been out.
Pietrangelo with a broken hand, out for a couple more weeks. Ferraro down low to Miller, looking back in front. Tipped, it's loose, but right there is Chris Miller to skate it out of danger for Minnesota. Looking for a shorthanded bid, but the Knights regain. Brian Straub plays it along off the stick of Edgerton, though, and that'll do it for the Knights power play. Just 5 seconds left. The Knights will remain scoreless on the power play. The giveaway. Williams, though, was bumped on the play by Chris LaPuma, and the Knights regain. Play is at full strength both ways. And Chris Miller, ahead it goes. Morissette tips it for Williams, and Williams sends it in. Morissette forechecks. Now looking for LaPuma. LaPuma drops the glove. LaPuma rather turtles up after Morissette drops the gloves, and looks like Morissette will go again, and so will we. It's 1-0 Moose. Atlanta Knights hockey. Sixth opportunity. Morissette goes for the rough at 7:29. There's the Moose. That's his nickname, Moose Morissette. 70 penalty minutes this year. He's got 2 assists. He's not there for the offense.
A role player, obviously. He came right off the bench and right down in the corner. I think he wanted to try and get Chris LaPuma off the ice. He went straight for him, but Chris didn't get sucked in. Good play by Chris to suck that up, and again, Atlanta goes to the power play right after, and they're going to have some tired penalty killers out there.
Chris Ferraro, now Eric Dubois. Again, Ferraro. Right wing side, looking for Ruff. Chris again. Brent Gretzky. Knights working it on the power play, trailing at 1-0. Now right point side, Dubois from the right side with a shot saved by Draper. He holds on.
Good shot on net. Atlanta's got the forwards going to the net. All they need now is a bounce in their direction, and definitely with Jason Ruff and Chris Ferraro out there, the puck's going to go on the net once in a while, and that's what they haven't been getting. That puck, the last power play, was sitting right out in front of the net, nobody around, and wide open net. The goalie was down, and it happened that Atlanta player couldn't get to it, and they skated the puck out.
As we pan the Atlanta bench, we saw Christian Campo back out there. Good news. Hey, how'd you like to cruise with the Knights? Coming up July 10th through 14th. Norwegian Cruise Lines. Cruise with the Knights. Call the cruise headquarters at 409-0700. That's 409-0700. Long clearing shot by Miller, right on the stick. Score, Snuggerud. Derek Wilkinson gave up the rebound. Snuggerud collected, and a shorthanded goal by Minnesota.
Tough play there for Derek Wilkinson. He was worried about the long shot, and Dave Snuggerud took right off, right through the defenseman, and Derek couldn't control the rebound, and he got the shot on net, and here we go, the shot on net. Derek's just trying to control the rebound. Dave Snuggerud gets through and puts it by Derek.
Wow. You're right. That
I think everybody was kind of surprised, Derek and the defense, that Snuggerud got up there so quick.
Snuggerud just burst through the middle, got through the defense, and that puck was dipping on Wilkinson. He had to stay with it, and he unfortunately gave up the rebound. And a shorthanded goal scored by Dave Snuggerud. 2-0 Minnesota. Trevor Jobe on it for Atlanta. Now Eric Dubois. Edgerton drills it in for Atlanta. Jobe overskates. Miller trying to send it along. Moran now clears it out neutral zone. 40 seconds left on the Atlanta power play. And Dubois with the stick up on Moran, and Eric Dubois is going to go at 8:53.
High stick there by Eric Dubois, but I don't think it was intentional. There we go, we got something going.
It's Kolstad,
I think.
Kolstad went after Dubois.
That should even it up. Kolstad went after Eric Dubois after the penalty. It was very unintentional, the penalty with Eric Dubois. He got his stick up, and Dubois going to the penalty box, and Kolstad came after him. The slash.
slash right on the hand.
Stefan Morin went down and tried to make it look like he got it in the face.
Or either that or he's trying to make it look like Adam Graves on Mario Lemieux a couple of years ago in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
And Kolstad goes right after Eric Dubois and takes a penalty.
So Dubois in the box, and so is Kolstad, and we have 11:07 to go here in the second period. The Knights trailing now 2-0. Looks like when a team is struggling offensively, Drew, obviously a 2-goal deficit looks a lot more intimidating, doesn't it?
Definitely. Well, especially on the road when you're down by 2 goals to a home team, and it's tough to come back by 2 goals with any team if you're at home or if you're on the road. And on the road is just tough because you want to play a defensive style hockey game.
Referee Lyle Seitz explaining the situation. There's Frank Serratori. This team is going to be still down a man. Here's the shot by Brad Miller that led to the goal by Snuggerud.
Right down on net, and the defense kind of backed off because they thought Derek Wilkinson was going to play the puck, but Derek Wilkinson didn't see Snuggerud coming through the middle with all that speed, and he misplayed the puck. It's a tough play to make when you got a shot from that. You just want to worry about the shot, not the forward coming in, and the rebound came right out to Dave Snuggerud.
Dave Snuggerud with 265 NHL games coming in, showing some savvy there. Plus-minus leaders on the Atlanta Knights, the absent Stan Drulia with +16, Jason Ruff +12, Eric Dubois and Corey Cross +8. Our plus-minus update is always brought to you by Alka-Seltzer plus cold medicine. Penalties have been called here. Eric Dubois 2 for slashing and 5 for fighting. And Kolstad 2 for instigating, 5 for fighting in a game misconduct. So Kolstad's gone for the game. Knights are still on the power play, trailing 2-0. And Edgerton chases. 20 seconds left on the power play. Puck around right point. That's Chris LaPuma. Along the right wing boards. LaPuma trying to keep it alive. He does. Sends it down low. Miller. Joe looking for Edgerton. Nice move along the end boards to Miller. Colin Miller. And a holding call.
Holding call.
On Edgerton again?
I don't know. That was tough to see there. He couldn't. I don't know what he was calling there. It's a tough call. Holding call down in there in Minnesota's end when it is on the power play.
So the Moose will be on the power play in 7 seconds, leading it 2-0 with 10:38 left, second period. Satellite Warehouse is offering a chance for you to win a free satellite if you can tell the folks at the Satellite Warehouse booth at the next Atlanta home game on December 15th what the newest expansion city in the IHL is. It was just announced last week, and you'll be eligible to win a satellite from Satellite Warehouse, the official satellite company of the Atlanta Knights. Again, at the next night's home game, just tell the folks at the Satellite Warehouse table what the newest city to enter the IHL is going to be next season. It was just announced last week, and that'll make you eligible for a satellite from Satellite Warehouse.
Penalties over, and Minnesota back on the power play. Seemed like there's been a lot of opportunities on the power play in this period. But
stolen by Colin Miller. Short-handed break. He's in. Right-handed shot. Wrister save by Draper.
Good save there by Draper. Kicked the pads out, and Colin Miller had the top side, but Draper seemed to get his pad up and get it on the puck, and he made a good save.
Miller's been struggling. He was robbed there by Draper, who stacked the pads. Now Young, right circle, in the slot. Shot by Christian is blocked and swept away by LaPuma. Colin Miller was able to tip it up over the glass and into the seats for another whistle. Big chance there for Atlanta to get back in the game, Drew.
Yeah, good try by Colin Miller there, and that's something that Colin Miller steals the puck. Bad pass by the defenseman on Minnesota. Colin Miller makes the move.
Jeez, he had it.
Yeah, good save by Draper.
Take one more look at this. He had it As you said, he was looking top shelf.
Goaltender made the first move, and Colin Miller head upstairs, and he went upstairs. The goaltender went down, and Colin Miller went upstairs, and Draper seemed to get his pad on it. Good save by Draper and a good move by Colin Miller.
Colin came in scoreless in his last 7 games, so it's got to be frustrating for him. Out come the Moose on the power play, halfway through the power play. And offsides is the call. Moose 4th power play, 1 for 3 thus far. 9:35 to go in the middle period. And the score is 2-0 Moose. Hey, the next Atlanta Knights home game, we told you to stop by the Satellite Warehouse table. It'll be December 15th. And it's an 8 o'clock start to accommodate an ESPN2 telecast. It's against these Minnesota Moose. And it's a week from Thursday, week from tomorrow night, 15th, 8 o'clock face-off. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster outlets or by calling the Knights ticket office. There's the number 404-525-8900. Nothing Moose lead. Minnesota with it off the face-off, and Dave Christian spent his most productive years with the Washington Capitals. Right wing pass too far for Humanick. Back it goes to Christian. Left wing pass intended for Corvo, shovels it in, but it's swept right back through by Atlanta. Dragging it down is Christian. Ahead it goes Humanick. Left wing pass. Now Corvo throwing it wide of the net. Off the drop pass from Moran. And the Knights are able to work it through. 17 seconds left on the penalty to Devin Edgerton.
Good job so far by the Atlanta penalty killers. Not a lot of shots on net by Minnesota, and that's a good indication that Atlanta's coming out hard on the penalty kill, and they're gonna, as soon as Devin Edgerton gets out of the box, they're gonna be ready to go and play 5-on-5.
Offside called on the Moose. So we look at Ivan Corvo. It's 2 goals this year. Very unusual. Scored over 80 points last year in Springfield in the AHL.
He can score goals, and if he gets going, it could be a very dangerous Minnesota hockey team.
Right now with Curry, you've got Corvo, Williams, Moran, Christian, Snuggerud. Some experience up front and some talent. Hackstall, now Oldham, right side, winds it around. Snuggerud, now thrown in front by Sissons, blocked and cleared by Colin Miller. And that's an icy call on Atlanta. We'll be back. The Moose lead by 2. This is Atlanta Knights hockey.
Shootout during the second intermission.
When you are Minnesota 2, Atlanta nothing. Second period, 8:20 to go. Eric Dubois still sitting in the box. Out for slashing and fighting.
5 minutes. One of Atlanta's top defensemen on the ice, and they need him definitely for the power play and out in the 5-on-5.
Atlanta in its own end. Scrambling out high. Curry tries to throw it in front, swept away by LaPuma. At center, Olam turns for Minnesota. Fires it in. Corvo, forechecking left side. Looking to center, blocked off by Peterson. LaPuma had it pinballed to Campo. Loose again to LaPuma. And out comes Atlanta. Colin Miller, left side. Edgerton, left circle. Glove save by Draper. And he holds on with Campo bearing in.
Good job by Chris LaPuma to clear the puck up to Christian Campo, and they moved the puck out quick and got a quick shot on net.
Tom Draper just having a nice little leisurely walk in the park so far tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to make those saves from the top of the circle when there's no one in front of him. You got to get somebody in front of him and get those rebounds and get them up high on him. He seems that he tends to go down on the first shot, and that's something that Atlanta has to get somebody in on the second shot and get that puck up in the net.
Alan Eglin is out there as we look from the end zone camera. Draw is won by Atlanta, but then shoveled ahead out to the neutral zone, and Derek Mayer Back for Atlanta, Ivaru. Now Eglin is in the slot. Shot steered away by Draper. Battle along the left wing boards, and Aru digs it free for Eglin. Looking back for Aru, blocked off. Another attempt to center, but again Draper gloves and holds for another whistle.
Good job by Alan Eglin out there. He hasn't been out for a couple of shifts. Spark plug uses his body, and he's good with the puck, and he's been moving the puck around and created a couple of scoring chances there.
He and Todd Hawkins had a couple of syllables to say to each other. 2 goals and 4 assists this year for Eglin. But pound for pound, they don't get much more aggressive than Eglin, do they?
No, he works hard and he throws his body around. He's not afraid of going in the corners and using his weight.
Eglin knocks Sissons down off the draw. That shot by Peter Ferraro. He fanned on it. Out comes Minnesota. Hawkins' long shot wide of the net. Jason Curry tries to center. Blocked. And Aru has it for Atlanta. Ivaru. Long shot wide. Draper will set it up for Hackstall. And the outlet goes to Sissons. Left wing, Curry. Off his stick, picked up by Brian Straub. Mayer and Curry battled. And Aru. Left wing, Ferraro. That's Peter. He's in and swings it left wing side, but Eglin was hanging around to the left point. Out comes Minnesota. Right side, Hawkins. Drills it in. And the puck skips off the glass and up into the seats for another stoppage here. We'll be back. It's still Minnesota leading by 2. This is Atlanta Knights hockey. Our executive producer Bill Stone on the right. Either that or it's our escorts after the game for a tour of St. Paul. Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy.
I guess what they say is they have the final word in the truck, right? Yeah. Okay, never mind. Center ice, Atlanta sends it in, trailing at 2-0. And icing is called on the Atlanta Knights. Moose by 2. Brent Gretzky. Atlanta's played well. They're just having trouble right now. It's just converting opportunities, Drew.
Opportunities and breaks, that's all it is. It seems that Minnesota's had a couple of breaks on their last goal. The puck bounced out and Snuggerud's there to put the puck in, and it just hasn't been happening for Atlanta at all. They haven't got the breaks, and that's what they need now is one break, and that'll help them out.
It's only a 2-goal deficit, 6:18 to go, second period. Humanik slides it along. Chris Ferraro back for the Knights. Avoided the big hit from Corriveau. And battles with Corriveau. Puck loose behind the net. John Young is there. Former ECHLer. Young working it well along the end boards. Drops it off. Morissette trying to center. Banked it off the skate of Gretzky. Kept in left side by Miller. That's Brad. On to Jason Ruff. Takes a hit. Manages to outlet for Alan Peterson. Now Ruff in. Right side, shot right on. And up into the seats. Brent Gretzky with the opportunity.
Good job there by Jason Ruff bringing the puck down and in the Minnesota zone and getting it to Brent Gretzky. A good shot on net there by Brent. You can see him shaking his head. He hasn't had a lot of chances. The puck going in net, he's had a couple of good chances in close, and the puck just doesn't seem to be going in for him tonight.
Is it similar to baseball? I mean, when you talk to baseball teams about, when they get into a funk when they're the face-off so even tonight, 21-20. Line drives are going into the opposition's gloves and such. Does it feel like that when a team gets into a slump offensively?
Yeah, well, definitely. In the game, it's bounces. It's a game of bounces, and a lot of the goals you see in tight games, in an overtime goal or something like that, it's just a lucky bounce that goes in the net from a shot from the point, a weak shot, or something that just went off to the side of the net and went off somebody's skate or stick, and that can decide a game. And that's what's happening with our team right now. We're not getting the lucky bounces, and it's frustrating for a team.
Christian dishes from Moran. Right side in the slot, overskated by Hackstall and chipped away out to the neutral zone by Colin Miller. Neutral zone, Hackstall regaining. Now Mr. Christian. Long shot. Bobbled by Wilkinson, but Derek holds on. Or the face-off. Hey, some great Christmas shopping ideas for you. How about a replay of the win over Fort Wayne in the Turner Cup last year? We've got that available now, and some terrific ties for the holiday season for those hockey fans on your list. How do you acquire these beautiful Christmas gift ideas? Blue Line Merchandising at the Omni Coliseum, 100 Techwood Drive, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. Or call 404-525-5800. That's the Knights main office number, and ask for extension 7319. We'll take care of your Christmas shopping for you. Atlanta has it off the face-off. Evaru steps it out 3-on-2. Alan Eglin and Peter Ferraro with him. Eglin's in. Dishes for Peter. Backhander. And a save by Draper, and then a ruin crashing into the goaltender and the net, which came dislodged.
Again, that line of Alan Eglin and Peter Ferraro and Izaru went to the net hard, and the puck was there, and the net went off the moorings. It's something. The Minnesota goaltender kept the puck out of the net, and somebody would have got their stick on the puck, it would have been in the net.
But you know what? That's exactly what it appears you would have to do when you're in a slump. Just keep bearing for the net. Drive to the net.
Something's got to go on sooner or later, and that, you know, it seems like the guys are working really hard out there right now, and sooner or later something's going to happen for them.
Alan Eglin has been a spark, as Drew mentioned earlier. The few shifts he's had so far. Draper with 16 saves. He's knocked away all of Atlanta's shots. Wilkinson has 13 thus far. Two-0 Moose with the lead. Knights have the puck. Corey Cross's headman pass was too far for Peter Ferraro. And Cross has it again. This time right wing side, it goes to Elrue. Nearly stepped it around Brad Miller. Miller got it as he pirouetted. He got it with the left skate. Puck neutral zone and picked up by Brian Straw. Big hit by Sissons. And Chris Miller has it for Minnesota to Dave Snuggerud. He has a shorthanded goal. Been a power play goal and a shorthanded goal for Minnesota both. That's been the scoring in this one. Snuggerud turnaround shot saved by Wilkinson. And he'll dish it along for Corey Cross. Now Peter Ferraro. Back to Cross. Straw along Aru. Stolen by Snuggerud. Rister blocked. Chris Miller right wing side shot wide. Aru. Now it goes to Eglin, 2-on-2 with Peter. Eglin lifts it way up over the glass and into the seats for another stoppage. Coming up in the next intermission, we'll have a chat with Sean Williams, talented left winger of the Minnesota Moose. Also will analyze the second period and, of course, show you our Heineken highlights. Hope you'll stick around for second intermission activities here at the St. Paul Civic Center.
Atlanta kind of laying back there a bit in that shift, not getting a lot going, and giving the puck away a bit in their own zone, and that's something they can't do. But both teams are kind of laying back. Not a lot of offense being created right now.
Gretzky, right wing side. Down low, Jason Ruff. Puck stolen away, though, by Hextall. And he'll head man neutral zone off the skate of John Young. Picked up by Hextall. He steps it in. A big hit by Jason Ruff. Ruff and Corvo collided, and they are both shaken up. That was a big collision.
Yeah, that's a dangerous play for both players, and when they don't see something coming like that, they're not really ready for a check, and that's how injuries do happen, and knees, shoulders, that can be really serious to each player.
Wow, Jason Ruff off slowly. Here's the collision. Watch this at the blue line.
No.
They were blocked by Hackstalls, cutting across from right to left.
They couldn't see anything.
Listen to this. Oh, I didn't quite pick up the audio, but that was in real time, and those guys. Wow.
Good collision. Either of them ready for it, and as I said before, it's dangerous for each player right now. Corvo down on the ace.
Still down. Boy, whoop. It's a couple of outfielders colliding there, and that's dangerous.
Yeah. Looked like Corvo was a little bit more ready for it than Jason Ruff, but Jason Ruff, a little bit bigger player and a little bit stronger, and he gets up and walks away from it, and Corvo's still down on the ice.
Corvo has been cut, apparently. Gary Smith, the head trainers out there. Gary Smith was the trainer for the 1980 U.S. gold medal team that beat Russia and then beat Finland for the gold. Were you aware of hockey at that age, Drew?
I don't think so.
You would have been 6 then. You probably would have been skating by then.
Yeah, I would have been skating. I was 4 years old when I was skating, so.
Jason Ruff,
1980 though.
He appears to be okay.
Yeah.
He too. I mean, they both kind of had the helmets, I think, come down and jam into the foreheads and bridge of the nose.
Yeah,
Gary Hall is working on Jason Ruff.
You can see there where he is a little bit cut. Kind of laughing about it though.
Tough kid.
Yeah.
Hasn't quite been the scoring force, though, since injuring the back and missing a handful of games and trying to come back.
Yeah, another big part is having his winger Standrilia being out, and that's something, you know, they work well together, and definitely he misses him quite a bit.
Left wing pass for Williams, from Williams, too far for Morissette. Atlanta has it. Derek Mayer took a hit, but cleared the puck out through the neutral zone. 2.5 to play here, second period. The Moose on top. 2-0. And the Knights drill it back in. Trevor Joe. Battling, right side. Now Chris Ferraro. High slot, Straub the shot, save. The rebound is there. And Ferraro was spun down by Hextall.
It's hard to see how he missed that. He was standing right there, and Ferraro was taken down, and I don't know.
How do you not call it?
Seemed to be an easy call to make, and he didn't make it.
No icing. Play continues. And the Knights have it back to their own line. That's LaPuma ahead for Edgerton. Tries to slide it ahead. Miller's on it. Richard right on. Save by Draper. Rebound cleared.
Atlanta is starting to pick the tempo up a bit, and a couple of good shots on net there by Colin Miller and Chris Ferraro.
Well, I think a late score would really change the complexion of this game. Morissette in for Minnesota. Poke checked away by LaPuma. Make that Curry who was in, not Morissette. Puck now, Christian. Down low looking for Moran. LaPuma digs it out. And it's kept in left point. Miller's shot wide. And Edgerton chases. Moran is there to shovel it along. Peterson and Christian battle. Puck loose again. Moran. That's Olim. Wrist shot right on, and Wilkinson will hold with 1:07 left in this middle period. Fans check out why the Knights get rave review at this establishment, the Westin Peachtree Plaza. For reservations and the most gorgeous view of Metro Atlanta, 404-659-1400, the Westin Peachtree Plaza.
Some good work down low by both teams there. Minnesota on the offense and Atlanta on defense. Some good battles down low in front, and Atlanta kept them away from Derek Wilkinson, the goaltender.
Face off to the left of Wilkinson. Check it down low, and the Knights win it. Colin Miller winning the draw. Loose in the corner. Dug out. Snigarud rolled it up the slot, and stolen by Miller, trying to break it through. Not quite enough speed to get by Miller, Brad Miller. The battle of the Millers there, and a penalty coming up here. Slashing call. I believe that might be on Brad Miller.
Yep.
He was caught slashing Ivaru at 19:14. So the Knights will close out this period on the power play. Boy, a late goal here, as I mentioned.
Big chance for Atlanta right here to cash in early. There's 46 seconds left in this period, and if they could go off with a 2-1 score here before the end of the period, that'd be a real big break for them.
This is Minnesota's 14th home game, and that guy, Frank Serratore, looking for his team's second win of the year at home. Slashing the call on Brad Miller, formerly a Buffalo Sabres prospect. Knights have it. Critical draw one there. Good. Ivaru looking for Chris Ferraro in front, but it was tied up by Draper.
Jason Ruff at the side of the net had a good chance, and Minnesota defense tied him up, and he couldn't bang the puck in. Again, some good chances early on in the power play.
There it is again. Peter and Ivaru had Chris in front, threw it in front, but Draper blocked it off.
Bang again, and the puck's sitting there, and Jason Ruff just couldn't bang it in. Good job by Minnesota defense to hold him off. Tough player to hold off and right in the crease like that.
So again, the Knights with the offensive zone draw. 18 goals for Jason Ruff. Chris Miller couldn't clear. Dubois, right point shot, blocked. Hextall tries to clear, kept in by Peter Ferraro, stolen, and a 2-on-1 short-handed break. It's Moran with Snuggerud, right side. Moran shot wide and high. 20 seconds left. Knights crank it back the other way. Jason Ruff, he's in, trying to move it around the D. Rolls in front, but Draper freezes it with 11 seconds left in the period.
One disadvantage there to having a forward out on defense on a power play if they do get caught. Not as great as a backward skater as a defenseman would be, and doesn't really know what to do with the puck as much.
Yeah, Peter got beaten there.
Just fumbles the puck, bad bounce on the puck for him. Hustles to get back. They failed to get a shot on net. He puts it over the net.
Moran was with a no-look shot, thinking no-look shot the whole way.
Yeah. There's a shot on net. Pass wasn't really there. Eric Dubois did a good job on the 2-on-1. They couldn't slide it across, and a shot on net.
Absolutely. Had a good look there of Dubois really converging and getting. I mean, there was nothing but Dubois there between Moran and Snuggerud, and that's all Moran could do. He filled the space very well. Knights win it. Chance here. Mayer shot right on, saved by Draper. And with 7 seconds left, the Knights will have another offensive zone draw. Derek Mayer.
Good job by Brent Gretzky getting the draw back there. Seems to be doing a really good job tonight on the draws. Starting to give Colin Miller a little bit of a break. He seems to be taking a lot of draws all the time in the offensive and defensive zone. Now we got Brent out there, and he's doing a great job on the faceoffs as well. And as you saw there, he got it back to Derek, and Derek got a good shot on net. No rebound though.
Moose lead at 2-0. That guy Tom Draper working on a shutout right now. 7 seconds left in the second period. Knights are on the power play. Their 7th opportunity. They're 0 for 6. Moose win this draw. Puck is clear, and that'll do it. Period ends with the Moose on top. 2-0. Minnesota over the Atlanta Knights, and we'll come back to the St. Paul Civic Center and recap the second period for you. Lots more coming up as well after this timeout on Atlanta Knights Hockey. 2-0 Minnesota with the lead here. We get ready to start this third period. Moose 3-2-1 when they lead after 2 periods. 0-9-4 when scoring 3 or fewer. Knights sent it in on the power play, but it skips back out through center, and Derek Mayer will have to track it down for Atlanta. Mayer weaving his way through. Still on. Centers. Shot just wide. The light went on, but no goal. And it's frozen, or is it? The back of the net. Knights simply can't buy one here. Even the light went on, and still there was no goal. Gretzky trying to find Rupp in the left corner. He does. Jason is out. Left circle. In front. Looking for Peter Ferraro. That didn't work. Gretzky again. Down low too far around for Elroux. And given away by Peter Ferraro to Hextall, and it's cleared back through.
Red light down there in the offensive zone, and from our point of view, it kind of looked like it went in at first. Just kind of rolled across the goal line.
At center, Ruff is on it. Has a man in front, Elroux, but it was poke checked away. Good play by Hubenik. In the corner, Humanick digs it out and clears all the way through. This should be an icing call. Called on the Minnesota Moose with a minute 22 elapsed here in the third period. There's the goal judge. He thought it went in. I don't think it did, though. I think it rolled along the goal line.
Here it is right here. Derek Mayer centering in front and right along the goal line. Lights on, you can see there.
You know, it looked like it hit his stick.
Yeah.
The very knob of his stick and then bounced along, but I don't know if it went in.
It's tough to say. Make a little better view here. Yeah, that's exactly what it did. Hit his stick and rolled right across the goal line.
Stayed out. Unbelievable. He made the save with the knob of the stick. When things are going badly,
yeah,
they're going badly. He was right. Still 2-0. Moose. 18:38 left here, third period. Knights have had their chances tonight. Colin Miller will take the draw. It's won this time by Minnesota. Humanick. Both teams are at full strength. Curry and Joe battle. And Brad Miller fires it across. Humanick steps it in. Slowed down by Corey Cross. Puck around, and that's Colin Miller. Bounces one through. And Humanick is back. Loose puck, but it's swept away by Christian. Left wing pass stolen by Job. Job's trying to send it back through the neutral zone. Brad Miller, though, directs it ahead of Stefan Moran. His pass stolen by Corey Cross. Now Colin Miller's on. Looking back for Cross, and he'll play it in. Behind the net, stolen. Edgerton in front. Job, shot saved by Draper. Peterson, a shot from the point. That one wide. How did Draper get back and make that save? He misplayed the puck, but still made the save. Out comes Christian.
More tough luck.
This is getting uncanny, Benny. Wow. Dave Christian. We'll see the save coming up here by that guy, Tom Draper.
Misplayed the puck, and Edgerton gets the puck out to Trevor Job. Job got the quick shot on that, and Draper slid over and got his glove on it. There you go again. Job again. Shot on net. Wide open net again, but the puck just not staying down. It's in the air and wide open net, but Job couldn't get that second shot away after. It's the first shot. There's a second shot in the air, wide open net.
Tom Draper still twirling the shutout here with 17.5 to go. Third period, 2-0 Moose in the lead. Same two teams tomorrow night. Puck is cleared ahead, and the Knights break it up 3-on-2. Evalu is in, right wing side, looking for Eglin in the slot. Slot thrown in front, save, and Aru was dumped. Puck rolled right wing side, centered, off the skate of Aru, and out comes Minnesota. Turning, Hawkins back in his own zone, slides it along. Don Young circles back, and Knights forecheck nicely. Eglin digs it out, but then lost it to Hawkins. Peter Ferraro shoveled one along, but it's picked off and cleared by Olim. Neutral zone and play stopped. We'll be right back. Penalty coming up here. It's 2-0 Moose on Atlanta Knights hockey. I stand corrected. It was not a penalty call. It was a high stick violation that stopped play, so both teams remain at full strength. The Minnesota Moose maintain the lead at 2-0. Danny, the good news is the Knights are creating opportunities. Sooner or later, you would think bounces will happen positively.
Yeah. Last play, there's another opportunity for Izuru again in front of the net. Now Al Neaglin fell down in the crease, and they couldn't get their stick on the puck.
Puck is rolled out by the Moose, sent back in by Brian Straub. Offside called on Atlanta. So it'll bring it right back out, neutral zone. Our second intermission guest. There he is, Sean Williams. Coach of the Moose, Frank Serratori. Wearing the hockey tie. That's a rage in this sport. Draper's been good. He's been lucky, and he's twirling a shutout right now. Puck sent along by Chris Miller. Chased down by Brian Straub. And a nice defenseman will start it from deep in his own zone. Mayer along to Gretzky. Trying to work it free for Ruff. Back to Gretzky. Good puck movement there. Side Job. Or check that, Chris Ferraro trying to work it along. Blocked off. Left point kept in Straub. Around. Right boards. Picked up and out comes Sisson. In. Left circle. Rolls it through. Bumped by Mayer. And Chris Ferraro turns it back for Atlanta. Trying to move one along one-handed. Gets it back on the Karen. Right side Gretzky. Trying to send Ruff through. Getting back nicely was Williams and just plays it back into the Atlanta zone. Good smart play there by the veteran winger. 15.5 to go in the third. Knights trail by 2. Dubois trying to send it along. Pinball now to Gretzky. He's in right side. Tough angle shot. Hit the side of the net. Campo chases. Moran is back. And puck is cleared out. Right side, back to Moran. In the slot, rolls it wide. Chases it down. Lays it along, but right on the stick of Dubois. Puck cleared, out neutral zone. Edgerton. Lost it. Christian has it for Minnesota. Left wing pass intended for Moran. Curry. Moran again, right circle. Dropped it along, but the Knights are back. Edgerton is out. Now on it is Corey Cross. Steps it around. Has a man in front. Tipped and blocked wide. Miller. Collin is there. Left side looking for Campo. Stolen and cleared by Christian. Good rush by Corey Cross.
Great effort by him. Get the puck by the defenseman and created a 2-on-1 and another scoring chance for Colin Miller.
Cross behind his own net. Nice outlet pass for Colin Miller. He has Campo with him. Colin is in. Bounces one. Right corner. Campo chases. Olim is back. Peter Ferraro trying to dig it out. He was knocked down. Actually lost the edge of the skate there. And the puck free to Todd Hawkins of Minnesota. He'll bounce it out neutral zone. Puck loose at center. And dug out. Eglin trying to find Peter Ferraro. That was knocked down. Brad Miller turns and fires it in for the Moose. 14 to go here, third period. Puck jumps up over the glass. We'll be back. Moose by 2. This is Atlanta Knights hockey. Well, the conversation seems warm. It seems intimate. Probably talking about the shorthanded bid by Snuggerud.
You think so? I don't know about that. I wouldn't be if I was in.
I guess not. Okay.
I doubt if he was watching the game.
Miller, that's Chris Miller, left point shot. Wide. Puck's in around. Trevor Job is there. And he'll direct it for Yves Leroux. He's in. Still on it. Right side shot. Saved by Draper. Steers the rebound away out of danger. Job around to Eglin. Knights working hard here. Centering pass. And Leroux couldn't get the stick on it. On it is Dan Curry. He lifts it out for Minnesota. Batted ahead. If it's touched by a Knight, it's a stoppage. It was whistled down before Eglin even touched the puck. Premature whistle there by the referee Lyle Seitz, but play is stopped. Hey, the Atlanta Knights have an incredible deal going with the Crystal Company. Get this, 4 tickets to one of a selected number of Knights games, 4 meals at Crystal's, a t-shirt and an autographed puck for the price, incredible, unbelievable price of $33. That's 4 Crystal meals, 4 tickets to a Knights game, a t-shirt and an autographed puck. It's a family deal from the Atlanta Knights and the Crystal Company for $33. The Knights ticket office number is 525-8900 for more details. Knights are in. Mayer, shot blocked. It's loose and swept away by Draper. Chased by Chris Ferraro. Jason Ruff. And it's rolled away. Picked up by Snuggerud. Now Oldham. Minnesota on the attack. A shot in, chased down by Brian Straub. Right corner, Williams. Back along the end board, bounces to Chris Ferraro. He lost it to Olin momentarily, now kept in left point. Snuggerud, wrister, locked down in front, it's loose. Eric May, Scott Sissons collided. Out comes Atlanta. Jason Ruff ahead to Chris Ferraro. Makes the shot, sets it up for Ruff, who's in, but Straub was offside on the play, and it's whistled down. 12 and a half left in the third period. The Knights trailing this one 2-0. Next television game on Sports South is this coming Sunday at 8 o'clock. The Atlanta Knights will close out the road trip versus the Denver Grizzlies. Hope you'll join us then. This is the first of a 4-game trip. The Knights play 3-3 beginning tonight. Tomorrow in Minnesota again, Friday in Denver, then day off on Saturday, and finishing it up Sunday with the Sports South telecast from Denver, Colorado. Nickel Arena. Knights steal, but can't step it in. Now they are in. Thought that was offside. On this Campo. Bounces one in front. And picked up by Dave Christian. Sends it around. Left point. Corey Cross. Shot. Tip. Saved by Draper. Rebound. Humanick sends it around and through and all the way down. That should be an icing call, as it's touched up by Eric Dubois. So the Knights continue to work ferociously. They've had the territorial edge by a long shot through.
A couple of good shots on net there again.
There's the opportunity in front.
Here comes a shot. Corey Cross with a good low shot, tipped. Christian Campo in front for the rebound, and Minnesota goaltender kicked it out.
By the way, Ivan Corbo, who collided with Jason Ruff in the second period, suffered 5 stitches right above the left eye and a slight concussion. He's been taken to United Hospital here in St. Paul for x-rays. Corey Cross. Devin Edgerton takes a hit. Right point, shot wide by Hackstall. Puck out neutral zone. That's Chris Miller lifting it back in for the Moose. The clock hasn't started. The clock has not started.
Oh, there it goes.
There was 11:55 there for about the Knights will take it.
Oh.
Puck bounced in. Edgerton appeared to be high stick. No call. Colin Miller and Edgerton both over skating. The puck is cleared up into his own bench by Todd Hawkins. You don't normally see that when the home team is leading, that the clock operator is a little slow on the switch. Usually it's a little bit the other way around.
Yeah. In our favor, definitely. So I don't see anybody complaining on the Atlanta bench, but not either on the Minnesota bench. I don't think a lot of people were aware of it.
But being the investigative journalist that we are, we caught it.
You caught it.
Mickey having a good time. That's Mickey Moose. Puck cleared ahead by Brad Miller. Chased down Sissons and Peterson. Peterson has it for Atlanta. Chris LaPuma. Trying to lift it out, knocked down, and played back in offside by the Moose. And we'll be back. 2-0 Moose, Atlanta Knights hockey. More fun than a Moose should be allowed to have going on right here at the St. Paul Civic Center. 11 and a half to go, third period. Moose lead 2-0. Dan Kamal with Knights defenseman Drew Bannister. Puck is zipped around, and Peterson had some trouble with the outlet pass, but he's on the puck. And slides it in for Aru. Peter Ferraro's in, tries to move it along. He does momentarily, but then stolen away by Sean Williams. Williams just lifting it through, buying some time here for his team. Team on top by 2, 11 minutes to go in the third. Oldham intervening at center. He's leveled by LaPuma. Snuggerud turns it up and plays it in. LaPuma will pick it up from Derek Wilkinson. 2-0 Moose. Aru gave it away. Curry's in, alone, left side. And he fooled Wilkinson, but then really didn't get a good shot away. Puck is cleared back to the line of the Moose. Humanick ahead of Moran. He's in. Lost it to Ferraro. LaPuma is able to direct it back the other way. That should be an icing on Atlanta, and will be, as Humanick is back to touch it up.
Dan Curry with a good chance there. Going on in Derek Wilkinson. I thought that he had Derek fooled until Derek stuck his stick out, and Derek had him fooled. There you go. Here he goes in on Derek, and Derek went down, and he went to the far side, and Derek stuck his stick out and kind of caught him off guard. He thought he might have had him down and out, but Derek made a good play with his stick.
Just barely caught it with the left skate.
Yeah.
Dan Curry laughing about that. When he was in the Edmonton organization, I saw him play a lot in Cape Breton, which is where Mike Greenway played a few years ago. And he used to team up with Sean Van Allen, another big forward. They were just dominating forwards for a couple of years in Cape Breton. Out come the Knights, trailing 2-0. Straw laying it down low. Puck loose in the corner. Rough. Now it's loose again. This time Sissons is out for Minnesota. Lost it. Christian, though, plays it ahead. Moran's a long right circle shot. And Wilkinson saw that the whole way. Made the save and held on. Are you seeing anything out there that you would change? It seems like the Knights are working hard. They're creating opportunities. Again, conversion is the big problem.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can, possibly. A slight turnover there, but a shot that Derek's going to stop anytime when it's wide open like that. He had no chance. He had, not a hard time handling that shot high and from the top of the circle. He could see it as well as any other goaltender and controlled it well and stayed with the man.
He does control his rebound so well. That's why so ironic that shorthanded goal by Snuggerud. It came off a rebound that was allowed. There's Moran with 27 points in this one. He's been held off the scoreboard, though, so far.
It's a tough game to play in for players like Moran and Dan Curry, guys like that. They don't get to wheel around as much. Pretty tight checking game right now. Only a 2-0 score, but both goals, one came on the power play and one came on shorthanded. And
Atlanta dominating the shots right now.
Just aren't getting the bounces. The one bounce there for Minnesota on the shorthanded goal came right out to Snuggerud.
Right point shot by Hackstall, sticked away by Wilkinson. And the puck battled for behind the net. Centered. Backhanded by Curry, blocked in front. Good defensive work there by Devin Edgerton. Now left point shot by Olam right on, and Wilkinson holds on for the faceoff. The Knights haven't been shut out since November of last year. They certainly haven't been shut out this year yet. But they're in danger of it tonight with just 9.5 to go here in the third period, trailing 2-0.
Another good chance here. Dan Curry failed to get a lot of mustard on the puck there, and Derek Wilkinson stuck his leg out and made the save. Out it went to the point, and he got in good position again to make another save, and he covered up.
Face off to the right of Wilkinson. Dubois now cross, looking for Gretzky. He directed it out to center, swept right back in. Cross again, works it around. This time Colin Miller. Right wing pass and nearly sprung Edgerton. Brad Miller's back. Edgerton forechecks, but Miller is working it behind his own net. Right wing side. That's Moran. Off his stick, down low into the Atlanta zone. Dubois outlets nicely to Miller. Pass too far for Edgerton and lifted right back in. Time becoming a factor now. 8:50 to go. We're in the third. Moose on top 2-0. Colin Miller bouncing it in left wing corner. Hackstall is back for Minnesota. Nearly stolen by Brent Gretzky. Puck ahead, Snuggerud on it. Rolled it to the Atlanta zone. Peterson forechecked by Sissons. Puck around and dug out by Job through center into the zone, chased by Campo. But back comes Minnesota. Sissons in, looking down the slot for Snuggerud. Swept away though, and Minnesota will have to get back on side. Olim drives it in. 8:15 to go. Third period. Moose by 2. And the puck up over the glass and into the seats for the stoppage in play here. Next home game is coming up a week from tomorrow night. These same Moose will be in the Omni. It's an 8 o'clock face-off to accommodate an ESPN2 telecast. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster outlets. 404-525-8900 is the Knights ticket office. You can acquire some great seats there as well. We'll have to see you at the Omni for the next Knights home game next Thursday, the 15th, against the Minnesota Moose.
Some good pressure applied there by Minnesota. Atlanta having a hard time getting out of the zone, and once they did, Minnesota just dumped it back in. And that's something they're going to want to do. And Atlanta's looking for that call, that one penalty call that could give them a goal and spark the team.
Off the draw, LaPuma, neutral zone. Now on it is Humanik for Minnesota. Clears it through, less than 8 to go, and an icing is called on the Moose, and we'll come back to the St. Paul Civic Center where the Moose have a 2-0 lead on Atlanta Knights hockey. 7:56 to go, third period. Dan Kamal with Knights defenseman Drew Bannister, our guest color commentator for this one. Drew Bannister, rookie out of the OHL with a ring for the Memorial Cup Championship and a ring and a medal for the World Junior Championship. Played for Canada last year. Play is on. The Moose-o-meter was just exhorting the crowd to cheer. On it at center, turning back in his own zone is Brian Straub ahead to Peter Ferraro. Back to Straub. The Knights heading the wrong way. Now it's Mayer ahead to Aru. Dump and chase, and Peter Ferraro couldn't get there, but puck is kept in. Straub throws it side of the net. Peter Ferraro centers, and Aru couldn't get the shot away, and out come the Moose. Puck is sent along. Drop pass from Moran. In front. Moose shot. Blocked wide. Big chance there by Minnesota. Curry, Christian, and Moran working some magic in front. Curry again. Sends Moran in. In the middle, Brad Miller looking right, all alone. Curry in front, shot. Saved by Wilkinson.
Wow.
Oh my.
Great save by Derek there. He made 2 good saves right before that, and then that save almost down and out, and he got his leg out and made a great save.
Look at that drop pass by Moran.
Good heads-up play by Moran. Went to the side of the net. There's a save there by Derek. Made another one. And there's a drop pass. Good heads-up play again. Slides it back over to Moran. Didn't get a shot on a net. There's the shot right there. Another shot. Derek stands the ground.
Good pressure by the Moose. They lead 2-0. They're spending a lot more time in the offensive zone now, which certainly protects the lead. Cross in the neutral zone looking for Edgerton. He lifts it up over the glass into the seats for another stoppage. That'll bring it back to the neutral zone for a whistle and a face-off. Little scramble for that puck. Hey, some great gift ideas for the holidays. Some hockey fans on your list. How about one of the brand new Atlanta Knights ties or the IHL ties, an exclusive by Nicole Miller, or a videotape of the Game 6 Championship Turner Cup win over Fort Wayne. You can get any of those gifts by calling Blue Line Merchandise at 525-5800, 525-5800, extension 7319, or writing to the Omni Coliseum, 100 Techwood Drive, Atlanta, 30303. Knights turning in their own zone. Edgerton. Now it's Cross. Works it around. Rough. Dumped. Where's the call? And the puck frozen. Lyle Seitz whistled it down. Lost sight of the puck with 6:12 to go in this third period.
Nothing happening right now for Atlanta. Haven't saw a lot of shots on net.
Now let me ask you something. You were involved a couple of weeks ago in the game in Milwaukee. There was a disappointing loss. Up 3-0, up 5-2, turned into a shootout.
Yeah.
Not a shootout in terms of a tie in a shootout, but a wide open game. 9-6 Milwaukee wins. Obvious that you did some things defensively. John Parrish Jr. working some obvious defensive strategy to clamp things down. We haven't seen any wide open games since then, but has it been tough for the Knights to switch it back offensively, or is it simply the injury and a number of other extenuating circumstances?
It's just it's not really a switch you turn on. It's just something that doesn't come. You know, sometimes people get in streaks and bad luck, and it's a lot of things at once. And
so the team's not playing good defense at the expense of the offense.
Exactly.
Okay. Neutral zone. Olin has it for Minnesota. And back is LaPuma. That's an icing. Well, it's a very slow-moving, sputtering kind of a third period. A lot of stoppages. The Moose will take it, though.
Yeah.
They don't want to get caught up in Atlanta style. Atlanta has the speed, the youth.
And right now, a bigger bench.
Yeah, the Moose, that's a good point, down to 16 players with Corvo out with the injury, and Kolstad having been tossed for the instigator penalty.
Minnesota's going to shorten their bench pretty soon. You'll probably start playing 2 lines probably.
5.5 to go here in the third. Knights desperately trying to solve Tom Draper. Puck is rolled past Eric Dubois. He tried to slow Moran down, and he did. That allowed Corey Cross to converge on the puck. Sweep it around for Evalu. His pass knocked down by Christian. Kept alive. Curry left wing. Down low, Dubois. On it for Atlanta. Eglin was dumped by Moran. Puck sent in by Atlanta. But it's offside. And again, play is whistled down.
Ladies and gentlemen,
4:53 to go in this one. John Parrish Jr. checks the clock. It's a factor now.
Come on now, start over. We got 4:53.
You may have heard him. It's not over yet. 4:53 left here.
how many say A? And how many say C?
Knights have not scored.
Tonight's attendance, 4,300.
Just 43-12 here tonight in the St. Paul Civic Center. Disappointing weeknight crowd for the Moose, but they've won only 1 game in 13 tries here. Probably one of the best home games of the year thus far for the Moose. Puck shot in by Straw. Chased by Joe. Loose. Kept in. Mayer will try to keep it alive. Right point couldn't do it. It's swept out. Neutral Straw for Gretzky. Now Mayer again. Trying to get back. Ahead for Joe. Tries to saucer one over to Miller. Bounces to Mayer. Now his pass too far. Nice forecheck. Colin Miller chases. Left board Job is there. Wings it around right side. Kept in Mayer. Shot wide. Bounces to Job. Centers one. It rolls right boards. Colin Miller down low to Joe. Looking back in front, but Draper right there with 3:56 to play in the third period to hold on for another whistle.
Some good pressure by the Atlanta forwards. Different line combinations, trying to get something going down low.
Hey, how about cruising this summer with the Atlanta Knights on Norwegian Cruise Line, the Seaward, July 10th through 14th. Call cruise headquarters 409-0700 for more details on how you can cruise with the Atlanta Knights this coming July. Hackstall drops it off for Brad Miller. Along Dan Curry. Ferraro steals. Puck thrown in front. And rolls right up the slot and cleared by Dan Curry. Peterson banging it in for Atlanta. Lifted out by Brad Miller. Chris LaPuma Now Alan Peterson fires it ahead. Puck around. And again cleared by Miller. On it is Chris Ferraro. Circles back. He'll try to start something here for Atlanta. Peterson ahead to Peter Ferraro. He's in left side. Trying to step it through. He was dumped. Shot from the left side by Peterson wide. Right side LaPuma. Down low. Chris Ferraro. Centers it. Hit Peter's skate and deflects all the way back through the neutral zone. On it LaPuma to direct it ahead. But right there is Olim. Check that, Christian. And his pass up into the penalty box area. And another whistle with 2:47 to go in this third period. Souvenir for the off-ice official.
Some more good pressure there again.
The moose-o-meter or moosometer. It's going crazy here at St. Paul Civic Center. It's a lot of noise for 4,300 fans. 2-0 Moose lead. Moose in their own zone. Chris Miller lifting it out at center. Bounces. Moran will pick it up. He has a man alone in front. And a save by Wilkinson. Good job by Christian to direct that out of midair. Out comes Ruff along Aru. Kept it alive, working it along to Eglin. Eglin looking to center, he does! A backhander blocked off the stick of Aru by Chris Miller. Eglin again, nice pass right point, Dubois, shot blocked. 2:12 to go, third period, 2-0 Moose lead. In the corner, Eglin and Ruff. Puck loose along the end boards, Eglin will chase it down. Turns, kept in by Cross. Aru. Centers one, and Draper dives on it for the whistle and the stoppage with 1:53 to go here.
Great pressure again, but Minnesota again doing a good job not letting Atlanta go to the net, not letting them get that one good shot on net and rebound. But Atlanta again trying hard and hard to get that shot on net.
The effort's been there. The production has not as yet. With 1:53 to go, Knights have to start moving it quickly here. That guy's been tough, Tom Draper. $1:53 left in the third period. Well, you wonder if Moose will think twice about moving Tom Draper. There's been some rumors about moving him with Peter Angelo coming back in a couple of weeks. Dirksen, pretty solid goaltender. Certainly has played well tonight. Tom Draper has. Mayer back in his own zone. Along it goes LaPuma. In turn, Trevor Jobe shoveling it along left wing side. Chased down. Brad Miller. John Young. Knights continue to battle. Derek Wilkinson still in the net to our left. Colin Miller tries to center one, blocked off. And around it goes. Lifted out through center by Todd Hawkins. Again back at the red line. Mayer directing it in for the Knights.
Probably look for Atlanta maybe to pull a goalie here in the next 30 seconds or so if they can get a face-off down in Minnesota's end.
Brad Miller in the slot in front. Tip, save. Wilkinson off the stick of John Young. Young little spinorama move behind the net. Bumped by Aru. Puck picked up by Peter Ferraro. 45 seconds to go in this one. Dubois weaving his way through. Offside Atlanta. Exactly 40 seconds left. For the first time this season, Atlanta looks as though it will fall for the third straight time. Good stop there.
Derek stayed with the player and stayed with the puck and
stayed with the water bottle too.
Yeah, got his pads on the puck and made a good save.
So wait a minute, that black thing looks familiar. What am I doing kicking out this green thing? He's still in the net. John Parrish Jr. opting not to pull the goaltender with a 2-goal deficit.
They need the puck to be inside for him to
have that option.
Yeah. Even with the time remaining, only 30 seconds left.
Edgerton.
I'll try and get something going here without him out.
Puck is swept around. Dubois through traffic, but rolled right on the stick of Brad Miller ahead to Dave Snuggerud. Kept in by Dubois. 19 seconds left. Tipped in front. Save Draper off the stick of Edgerton. He holds on with 15 seconds to go. The Moose don't have a shutout in their brief history.
Looks like they're going to pull Derek now and put Colin Miller out there for the face-off. And see if they can't get something quick here in the next 5 seconds to have a little bit of time to work with so they could get one shot on net.
I've seen it done, but boy, they've got to do it quickly.
Yeah.
There's 15 seconds left. A couple of seasons ago, it was the Capital District Islanders that did it against the Hershey Bears. Butch Goring was coaching that team and pulled the goalie in the last 30 seconds. Down 2 goals, scored twice. Earned the tie. But the draw is won by Minnesota. Back around, Peter Ferraro kept it in. Extra attacker out there for Atlanta, but it's cleared. And now Hackstall is going at it with one of the Knights.
Looks like it's Dubois.
With 6 seconds to go in this one. Dubois wedged between both linesmen. So Eric Dubois with a slightly early departure there. Just 6 ticks left on the clock here. Minnesota will gain its first win in the last 7 games. Tom Draper waiting for his shutout. So it'll only be the second win in 14 games for Minnesota here at home. 1-7-5 coming in.
Tough game for us to lose Atlanta. We last 3 games we've lost all of them, and tonight was a really good effort, and I don't think any of the guys have anything to hang their heads about.
Hackstall and Dubois go for fighting in 1954, and the puck out in the neutral zone. Atlanta will be shut out for the first time since November of last year. And that'll do it. Knights are in. England left wing, 2 seconds. Final score, 2-0 Moose. Back after this on Atlanta Knights hockey. Well, the Atlanta Knights have been shut out for the first time this year, and the first time in more than a calendar year. Tom Draper trolling the shutout, Drew, and he obviously earns our Oldsmobile Player of the Game nod.
Yeah, he definitely played a really outstanding game today, and what can you say? He shut us out. We didn't get a lot of good bounces, but we had some good scoring chances, and you got to give him a lot of credit.
Tom Draper, our Oldsmobile Player of the Game. We'll come right back to St. Paul after this on Atlanta Knights hockey. Moose 2 and the Knights nothing. For the entire crew and for Drew Bannister, I'm Dan Kamal, wishing you a pleasant evening from St. Paul, Minnesota. You've been watching Atlanta Knights hockey. Good night, everyone.